'cause he just can't do what he did.
There's some things you just can't put in the minds of those kids. As we celebrate mediocrity, all the boys upstairs wanna see how much you pay for what you used to get for free. And there goes the last DJ.
Rest in peace, Tom Petty. Controversial album when it came out, or well, the thing is, it wasn't really controversial at all. It's like basically everybody agreed with him because he was right, and yet, you know, things just continue to stay the way they are, and it's like, what do we have to do? You know, do we just have to tear the whole thing down and build it up from scratch? I sure don't know, man. And there's a Motor Mart over there. You know, if I ever started to like work a physical job again, I think that's probably the first place I would go. Because, you know, I know I've said it on the 40 years vlogs and stuff already, but man, Motor Mart was like the best job I ever had. I guess a lot of it had to do with the fact that I was by myself the whole time. But, what is that? Oh man, Chantal Kreviusk. Chantal Kreviusk. I don't know, that's her name right there. But, like, I don't really know. I heard John say it one day. I talked about this on a stream, so she's Canadian, so of course he would know who she is. So she's apparently pretty popular up there. I've yet to actually run into anyone else out here playing this. There's been a couple of times I've seen people take back gyms after I took them. Man, update again? That's like the third time we've updated in the last month or so. Yeah. It always blows my mind though when I click that button and it's like it just does it, you know. That you can just do that from randomly out here somewhere, you know. That's the internet for you. I tell you what, man. So yeah, I've been copying those tapes. You know, I'm just gonna set you down for a second so I can do this. Yeah, I've been copying these tapes. You know, and I'm almost, well, I think I got like about 50 or 60 of them left. But each one is like, you know, anywhere from 3 hours to an hour and a half. It's like 90 minutes both sides, or 60 minutes both sides. It's one or the other. So I can only get so many done in a day, like maybe 5 or 6 of them, and that's if I do it all day. So still got a ways to go, but it'll be kind of cool once I finally get those all done, you know. Alright, 1 day streak. Well, that's depressing, but let's see what this EV is for here. Yeah, 257, you're good. I got like a 700 CP EV in here, so I'm wondering what it's going to be when I evolve it. Like, you can control what they turn into by naming them certain things. Like, if you name it Sakura, it turns into a Espeon. And there's like another name you can get to make it turn into a Umbreon. I forget what that one is, like Tomei or something. It's a 5-letter word. Nearby raid battle starting soon. Oh, okay, that one's starting. Oh, that's like an hour away. Jeez. Well, oh wait, there's a Pidgey out here. I better grab this too. And I'm kind of waiting on the next double XP event before I go and cash in all my Pidgeys. So now I got like almost 100 of them. So the only reason I could imagine they would do a double XP event in the near future though would be for Thanksgiving. I don't think they're gonna do one for Halloween. Oh, that's Halloween is why the update. Yeah, that makes sense now. So maybe I can get my. Yeah, I have to work on my Ghastly candy so I can get myself a Gengar. But anyway, okay, enough about that. It's crazy to think how much I know about Pokemon now. It's like crazy. Let's see here. There's stuff on the ground here. Okay, oh no, they took the shoes down. There's like a pair of shoes that was strung up by the laces on this wire up here. And it was there for like a year. And I was, man, I can't believe right when I thought to show it to you, and I look up and it's not there. It must have been pretty recently they took those down, though, because they were there not that long ago, a few months ago. Yeah, so one of the things that from the tapes that kind of brought back a weird flashback was there's a tape from October 26th of 2000, or October 26th of 1995 that me and my sister were making together. And on that tape, she was telling me about the video to Just by Radiohead. And I didn't know what she was talking about. So it's just weird, you know, because you would have thought the first time I saw that video, I would have made the connection, you know, that's the video she was telling me about, but I didn't do that. And then I forgot that she'd ever told me about the video at all until I heard it on that tape, and that's why it was so weird, because I heard her telling me about it, and I was like, why don't I remember this? Surely I should have remembered it when I saw the video, but I didn't. So, I don't know, it's just weird. It's weird how you forget conversations you've had so easily. I guess that happens, though. I mean, I guess you're not going to have everything memorized, but whatever. Speaking of memorized, started case 3 on AA investigations, rather. And that's going good so far. Tell you what, man. Yeah, I hope you're not picking up that wind too much, because that can be pretty loud. Don't even do it, bugs. Yesterday I was walking through the forest, and there was this, I don't know if it was a fly or what it was, but that thing followed me for like 2 minutes, buzzing up against my ear like every 5 seconds. And I kept shooing him away with my hands, just flailing around like a madman. I wish he could have seen me out there. Man, oh, nuts, man. These footsteps are really loud here, aren't they? Should just walk on the grass. You know, it's funny because they dramatize it. They show somebody running through a field and it looks so, you know, beautiful and everything. But realistically, if you run through a field, the ground is actually so uneven that you're apt to break your ankle. Like, it looks even when you look at it, but man, I tell you, if you actually go out there and walk around in it, you're constantly, you know, like, being careful with every step, because you think, oh no, the ground's gonna be uneven here. You know, last time I googled e-pinions and flame killer, which is my ID that I used to have over there, apparently the site's back up again, but I don't know if the reviews are not. Like, because it used to be on the site when there was a review. You could click on the author's name to go to their profile, but you can't do it on the site the way it is now. But I'm surprised that the site's up at all. I thought they took it down. Maybe somebody bought it and they're trying to get all the reviews back up again or something. I don't know, but it's kind of weird. You could just go to www.epinions.com and it's there. And it wasn't for the longest time. So I don't know what's happening there, but oh well. So here's the thing, like, I have this one thing I want to talk about and maybe put it in the title of the video, but I don't want you to have to wait till 10 minutes in the video for me to get to it. Then again, I suppose, you know, that's really no different than kind of what Vsauce does, you know. But, there's something on my leg. Jeez. You know, I could just cut in through here, I suppose, but then I'd be walking on those leaves. It'd be really loud. But at least we'd be in the shade. What the hell? I feel something down on my toe now. So you make a toe print, you know? Anyway. Yeah, this is pretty cool back here. This is just part of the Frisbee golf course, though. This hole 7 right there. So, you know, that's why this is back here, though. This is so cool, though. Like, somebody must have had to come through here and cut down a bunch of random trees to make a path here. I don't know how they did it. I guess with really big machines, probably. Yeah, but the thing that I was saying that I wanted to try to maybe talk about one day when I came out here, it was like some really deep philosophical question, which is namely, does the physical world exist? One of the people that I used to hang out with on evening, well, I didn't really hang out with him, but I read him sometimes. His name was Vormansian. He was the one who made me aware of the movie Equilibrium, which is now one of my favorite movies of all time. But anyway, well, he would say, well, the physical world doesn't exist. And he also said time doesn't exist. And, you know, debating about God and all that is one thing, but wow, and you debate about the physical world, it's hard to say, though, you know, because I don't know. Like, I don't even know where to start with a debate like that. Like, because first of all, I don't really know which side I'm on. It's another one of those things where I can kind of see both sides of it. Hey, back then, I was totally, you know, convinced, well, yeah, the physical world exists. Like, how can you say it doesn't? We have rules and things that we've, you know, used, little aspects of the world that we've used to make things. Hang on a second. Time for my daily piss in the woods. If I keep doing this, eventually there'll be like 3 or 4 gallons worth of my pee out here, nourishing the forest. No. But anyway, but I guess that's what I was, well, what I used to say was, if the physical world doesn't exist, why don't you tell that to someone while they're on fire? You know, are you going to go up to someone who's on fire and tell them that what's happening to them doesn't exist? You know, how can you do that? How can you look someone in the eyes, you know, go up to a woman while she's being beaten up by her husband Look her in the eyes and tell her that what's happening to her is not real. I dare you to do that. And that's what I used to do. That's my little... I used to use those emotional types of arguments, you know, to get back and say, well, you must be wrong, because, you know, but then I would take like the most extreme cases and say, well, are you sure that that applies to even this? Or, you know, and it's like, can you see the squirrel over there? It's like flat earthers, you know. Apparently, now I don't know if that's for real. Like, I find it really hard to believe that there could be that many people that actually believe that the earth is flat. Like, is that actually a thing? Or are they just trying to troll people to be funny? So they're just trying to get people all riled up? Because half of the stuff that you even see on the internet is made up by somebody just to make people angry. You know, it's like people say all this stuff about certain races or religions just to get people riled up and angry at them, and half of it's not even true. And I'm being nice when I say half of it, because it's probably more like 90% of it. I don't even know. It's like, if you haven't seen it with your own eyes, first of all. But anyway, that's getting off the subject. As far as the physical world existing or not existing, it's like, how do we know? All I know is that, like, well, the thing with me is, like, what I think of lately in that debate is, well, let's say that it doesn't exist, okay? Let's say that it doesn't exist. What do you do with that? How do you apply that information to your life? Yeah, look at this, man. Jeez. Wish I brought my fishing pole. Jeez. I really don't want to run into a spider web and suddenly some 2-inch long spider fall from the... You know what? I won't even say anymore. Yeah, there's like a tunnel, sort of. I mean, that tree looks like an overhang. There are spider webs out here. This is not good. I should turn around now, but I don't even know. I think I will turn around. This is getting a little too creepy. Maybe when it gets a little colder. I swear, man, if it weren't for the bugs, those darn bug types, I tell ya. I guess that makes me a psychic type then, doesn't it? Still got that Tom Petty song stuck in my head. Anyway, well, geez, this must be going on like 15 minutes already. Yeah, I didn't go as deep into that debate as I wanted to. I guess the other debate is whether or not time exists. You know, that one's even just about as tricky as the physical world, because I don't know. How do we really know? It's like time is only something that we think we see, or that we think we are aware of. You know, time is like, pretty sure I've talked about this in a video before too. But, you know, it's like I couldn't even talk to you if it weren't for time, because my words are stretched across seconds in time, and you're processing the information that comes to you. Now, you wouldn't be able to process that information if time were stopped, or if it were too fast or too slow. It's like we've learned how to manipulate our, you know, our, what is it, our expressions, I guess, to, you know, to go along with time so that we could relay information to each other. And it only works because of how fast, slow we do it. And that's all there is. But I guess when you look at like computers and stuff, they can send a whole bunch of information in a really short amount of time. But in the end, it's still like, you know, there's still, time is still a factor, you know. That information is faster than the information we can send with our mouths, because it's getting more done in less time, so. But time is only really the way that we measure, you know, the speed of sending that information, but does time itself actually exist? I don't know. I guess it depends on what you mean by exist. And I guess what I mean is, like, does it exist objectively, or is it just subjective? And once again, you know, it all goes back to the same question I was asking earlier. Why does it matter? Like, how do you apply that information to your life if it turns out it doesn't exist? Then what do you do with that? I have no idea. I'm not saying that means it's pointless to try to figure it out, because it's fascinating to think about. But I just can't help but feel like that's something we're never going to answer. We're never going to answer that question, you know? At least not in the form we're in now, not with our current consciousness as it is. You know, consciousness itself is something that depends on the passage of time for it to even work. You know, we talk about experiences, but really all it is just our memories that make us who we are. Like, you have bad memories, you have good memories, you have some memories that are just in the middle. But in the end, that's all that really you know, you can only choose up to so far how you, oh my god. This is not me talking, I can't do this. Holy crap. But you can choose how you react to those memories, but only to a certain extent. Sometimes, you know, those memories are going to shape who you are regardless of what you do. You can spend your whole life trying and trying and trying, you know, and just never being able to get there, you know. But then, and some other people, the path is just laid out for them because they're beautiful or because they're rich or because, yeah, I don't even know where this is headed. Man, I don't know if I want to get back out in that sunshine up there. That does not look... Wait, are you zoomed in? Nope. Okay, good. You know, the other day I was coming down this path and I was right about up there where it turns, and some lady just randomly came out of the grass over there, just out of the blue, and not like on this path here that you can see, but oh shit, the wind is blowing. But it's just right in there, like right in the middle of all that scrub. She just came walking out from it and said hey, and I said hey, and I kept going. So they're one that I don't know if they're just filming the Ring 3 out here or something. Anyway, yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, so what happens to time when you die? You know, does it just stop? I mean, when you die, you still have the experiences. Those still happen to you, right? So who's to say? You know, how is this being recorded? Is any of this being recorded? I don't mean like on a video camera. I mean, it's like if this stuff actually does exist, then I guess it begs the question of, well, how do you get back to it? Can you get back to it? Can you get back to the past? You know, because if it did exist, you should be able to do that. You should be able to see it somehow. But at the end of the day, it's still there. We're still measuring it, the passage of it. I don't know what I'm even getting at here. It's like, am I trying to prove that it exists? I guess. You know, I mean, it has to exist. How else do we schedule things? I don't think I'm smart enough to do this. Like, so there must be like information that I'm not thinking about or something. Anyway, we're almost back to the car. Kind of took a different path. There's so many different ways you could go. You can go down there. There's like 2 gyms down there you can get. Or actually, there's 1 gym, and then there's one up here by the road. Yeah, I want to get home and try to record some Zelda today if I can. I got 3 shrines left to do. And then the memories. And a bunch of Koroks. Maybe a few side quests. Just going to turn this way. Huh? You're leaving that way? Okay, cool. I wonder how many of these people are just here to pick up their Pokemon Go stuff. It makes me wonder. Because like what happened was when they added this Pokestop over here, all of a sudden you would start to see tire tracks on the grass. Because it's just far enough away from the pavement that you have to pull up to like a foot on the grass to reach it from inside your car. So you started seeing tire tracks on the grass over there after they added that Pokestop. It's so funny. So I definitely, when I saw that, I knew I wasn't the only one. That's just one of those things that you would see like in Phoenix, right? Like, oh, there's tire tracks on the grass. That must mean that this. Anyway, yeah, so it's another beautiful day. I'll tell you what, man. And tomorrow is October 20th, which is the anniversary, the 25-year anniversary of the fart that I submitted to the Ubisoft I Am the Fart contest. Little do they know that, but yeah, so, oh well, what a story that'll be if it turns out that I win or something. The thing is, if I win, I'm gonna have to travel out to San Francisco, and it's like, I don't know if I want to travel, man. I mean, if they're paying for it, you know, I guess why not? Still, though, I don't know, man. Especially if it happens to overlap the Atlanta trip. I do have an Atlanta trip coming up. It's like in November, so we'll see. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go and turn this off now because it's way too long. See you guys later. Bye.